Hello guys, welcome back to Forza Horizon 4. Looking at my mansion, which is apparently worth 5 million, that's where I am at the moment. Now, I posted some videos of the demo of this game. Meanwhile, as you can see, I'm in it, so I bought it. I bought the Ultimate Edition. I started playing last night, and yeah, the result of that is a map sort of looking like this already. Full of events all over the place, except for the city area where I haven't been that much yet. Also, the purple things, for those familiar with the Forza, of course, barnfinds. I already found 3 of them, I think, but we will look into that. So, the demo were 2 of the road races, which was the Horizon Festival Sprint and the Ambleside Sprint. And then we did a stunt race, the first chapter of the stunt race job. The yellow things are sort of jobs that you can do or have to do. Then we started the Dirt series, Tarn House Scramble and Ambleside Scramble. And we also did the first race in the street scene, Batham Gate. That was sort of what you did in the demo. And then there was also some tutorial race where you had like 3-4 different things to do. A bit in the Senna, a bit in some pickup in the snow, a bit in a rally car. Well, for instance, the rally car up against the motocross bikes. That's this thing here. It's actually a showcase event that you have to do. We also have up against the hovercraft. This one is for autumn, I think, because the game sort of starts tutorial-wise. You go through the 4 seasons. You start in the summer, it immediately becomes autumn. You get a few races per autumn, and then at a certain amount of influence, as it's called now, the influence is more or less XP. So a certain amount of XP, then this thing will unlock. It's a showcase event where you're up against a hovercraft. Then it switches into winter. And in winter you will get this thing, the Flying Scotsman showcase, eventually appearing after you have done a couple of XPs. And then you go to spring. That is in the Fiesta, where you are up against the motocross bike. That was also already a race that you could see in the demo. In the hovercraft you are using a Toyota pickup, and in for that thing there, it's the aerial nomad that you get. You get cars for those, so it doesn't matter what car you are in when you drive there. Then you go to the spring and it switches back to summer, and then you sort of, in a way, approach the real Horizon life. And that then this Halo experience showcase thing appears, where you are obviously in the Halo vehicle, being the Warhawk. And then when you actually reach the Horizon life, then eventually this thing shows up. Depending a bit on your XP, of course, how fast you do things, and how much XP you get, because these things sort of pop up eventually. The Deltawing Showcase, which I still have to do. Maybe we can do that one in this video as well, but just was quickly going over. You have like all blue colors, all road series. Orange is the dirt racing series. We have green, that is cross country series. Then you have the jobs, which is in this case the stuntman. Over here, world fastest rentals. That's some sort of business that you can buy, and then you are also comes with 10 chapters. So it's sort of thing like the stunt race. You're sort of you're running a business where you sell or rent out cars, but you can also test those cars, and you can earn 3 stars with testing them every time. And there are 10 chapters. Just the same goes for the stunt race. I already completed 5 of them, but there are 10 available. The purple circles obviously are barn finds, and so on. And it goes like that. What else do we have? We have play Infected, Flag Rush or King here, you have like these playgrounds. They are also on the map all over the place, as you can see. I found already 3 here. What else do we have? We have the purple things. Those are houses. This one you get after participating in that movie as a stunt driver, the first chapter more or less. Then you get this thing. This is like the first house that you get. If you do have a VIP, then you also will get at a certain moment this thing here. That was the thing that I was showing there. That is worth 5 million. It comes with a Forza ton boost, which means you will earn double Forza ton points. And it also comes with 5 super wheel spins, I believe. So that is where we are staying at the moment. But also this one we own. I found another one here. It's 350,000. I do not own that yet. Here is Sunflowers Meadows, 200,000. And I thought I found another one here somewhere. Thatch Corner, and that is 500,000. What else can you buy? Well, you have a 10 million castle here somewhere on the coast, which is worth 10 million, as I said. You have to buy that. There's Edinburgh Castle is 15 million. The Edinburgh Castle comes with the Alfa Romeo P3 as a reward, I believe. Not sure what the 10 million thing does, but what I'm looking for is the 2 million house. I haven't found it yet, and that comes with fast travel anywhere. So those things are linked to buying the houses. So in a way you have to buy the houses. But as you can see, I saved up my bucks. I have not bought any single car yet, and I have 2.7 million. I have enough to buy the house. The only problem is I'm not sure where it is. Of course you can find it on YouTube, but I'm more of a kind of a guy that likes to explore things himself. So eventually I will come across it somewhere on the road, and then it pops up. Like these houses, also these I did not find, just passed by there, and by passing by there they show up on your map, and then you know that there is a house. And then you can go check it out and buy it if you want. What else colors do we have? The red things here. These are existing events, but you can also do them as a championship in the season that you're in. And this time we are in summer. We are in the real Horizon Live, and that means that we are now in summer. And summer will last for a week, and then it will go back into autumn, and then to winter, and then to spring. So you play for about a month in total to cover a whole year. And then we are somewhere October 25th, and then they're gonna bring in like the first update with track creators and things like that. Meanwhile, we have to do all these races and go through the story. This is sort of how the menu looks. That's sort of what I'm doing now. Sort of explaining a bit the map, the colors on the map, what you can find there. What I haven't shown yet is, I think I missed that one, is some sort of, pink color. Those are the drag races. I haven't started that yet, that's why there's only one, but once you've done that, you will have other pink things approaching. That is all a bit of a mess if you look at it like that. Here you can change the car, and you can see some stuff going on. You can invite friends. You can see the player list. There are 47 players in the session. If you click on that, you get the whole player list with the level that they are next to it, and then you can just press Y, and you can invite those people to a convoy, or start up a convoy, or things like that. So it's pretty easy to contact people like that. You can also go into Horizon Live, and then there you will see that the summer ends in 5 days and 20 hours and 9 minutes. And obviously that's a countdown, and once it ends it will transition into autumn, obviously. You have some stats. You have your message center here, where you can find your gifts and all that kind of thing. DLC, news, daily payouts, which you can get from tunes or liveries. You can have some gifts. You have the auction house if something is up, and you have the business payout. If you buy, for instance, that rental business over there in the city, then that will give you a daily payout. If actually your business is working and your cars are rented out, you will get a business payout for that. That's what you find there. Let's have a look. Team adventure, yeah, that is sort of the private adventures, the online adventures, that kind of thing that you can find here. You can find a team, and then you have ranks within that team, I think, because I see there are grandmaster players and grandmaster teams, and so that kind of thing. Creative Hub, that's where you will find your tunings, your vinyls, your livery designs, and all that kind of thing. Photo gallery, the Forza Hub. You want to go to the Forza Hub. Also, yep, there we go. I haven't done it yet, so I will quickly do it. Whenever the thing decides to recognize me. There you go. And then, of course, you have new rewards that you can click on. Let's have a look. Nope. Apparently, it does not recognize Forza Horizon 4 yet. So that might take a while. Okay, back to the game. Then we have rivals. Works the same as in Forza Horizon 3. You have monthly rivals, you have race discipline rivals, you have showcase rivals, street rivals, so you can all do these different things. Then of course you have the club thing, also unlocked already. If you want, that's all. Join a club, create a club, whatever club leaderboard, you can find all that here. And the marketplace, where you can buy car packs, you can buy the expansion bundle with the upcoming 2 expansions, which is included in the VIP pack if you have that Ultimate Edition. If not, you can buy it separately. You can buy Power Pass, VIP membership, treasure map. You can buy everything separately. You'll find it in the marketplace. And then of course you have the cars things where you can go to the festival. Now perk points or skills, that's a bit that has changed up a little bit. Because now, as you can see, we have a car skill. So you have these skill points, but they are connected to every single car now, instead of in general for all your cars. So, which makes it a bit more, yeah. You can actually put the skill points on the car that you actually drive, instead of all those that are just sitting in your garage. My cars, let's have a look at that. So, playing a couple of hours yesterday night, and now I just started up again. We already have 55 cars in the garage. This is a James Bond edition. That's the one I am in now. This thing I won from a wheel spin. Also the BMWs won from wheel spins. Charger, Durango, California, Ferraris, 458, all won in wheel spins. Ford Focus RS was my starter's car. The Raptor is a car that you get for playing Forza Horizon 3. I got that car, I logged out, I took a break, I logged on again, and I got the car again for some reason or another. So I have 2 Raptors now. This thing I also won from a wheel spin, the same for this one. This thing, not sure, it's part of the VIP pack or something, I think. You get like 2 of these Forza Edition cars, which are like formerly known as the Horizon Edition. Now they are called Forza Edition cars. For one reason or another, this thing popped up in my garage together with a Pagani Zonda, I think. So I'm guessing it's VIP packets or something, or car pass, I don't know. It's related to one of those things. The Escort is the starter's car for the Dirt series that I picked. The RS Turbo is the first barnfind that I found. That thing was in there. Meanwhile, it is restored, as you can see. This thing is a pretty keeper, I think. By that I mean Ford RS 200 Evolution is something you get going through the story and leveling up, and in other words, it's a campaign car, sort of like the Mazda RX-7 was in Forza Horizon 3. Meaning you can get it for free if you just play through the campaign, but you can't find it in the auto show. You cannot buy this car, which means that over time these things might become popular in the auction house, for instance. I remember that for a Mazda RX-7 people were asking 20 million legendary painters, 20 million for an RX-7, because you could not buy it, and people sold theirs in the beginning of the game or so, and yeah. So this is one of those I think you need to keep if you're going to play around in the auction house later. The Ford, this is like a wheel spin. Then we have the drift pack with 7 of the drift cars. The Jaguar, also a barnfind that I found. Then we have the Aston and Citroens and Lotus and BMW. In short, the James Bond edition. Those are 9 cars. It were 10 cars, but the other one is in the beginning of the list because that's the Jaguar that I'm in at the moment. The Trailcat is something I just unlocked by going through the campaign. The Hurricane is something I unlocked by going through the campaign. So also that Trailcat and that Hurricane. I haven't checked the auto show yet, but it's very much possible that also these two are not available there. Land Rover won in a wheel spin, the Mazda as well. This thing also showed up. I'm guessing VIP edition. The Nissan, not sure. 2003 Nissan, I think wheel spin, but I'm not 100% sure. This one also just was in the game at a certain moment, so a VIP pack, I guess. This thing also a barn find. It's like 3 I have now. I will take a look on the barn finds in a second. Wheel spin here, wheel spin as well. This was a campaign car. I just won that earlier by leveling up to level 3 in the cross country series or so, I think. This thing, both of them come from a wheel spin. This from a normal wheel spin, this from a super wheel spin. This is a Forza edition, but it does not immediately tell what boost it has. But this one is also one in a wheel spin. Both of these buggies here, one in a wheel spin. Also the Volvo and also the Jeep came from a wheel spin, if I'm not mistaken. So that is sort of my cars at the moment. And then of course you have to go to the festival to see what is available. Let's have a look there. The festival also has changed. In Forza Horizon 3 we had 4 different festival locations. Now we have 1 festival location. Because of the 4 seasons changing all the time, yeah, it more or less becomes a new festival every time. So if we go to the auto show and you browse to all the cars, then we can more or less figure out what they have and what they don't have. A couple of Abarths, Alfa Romeos. Like for instance, the P3 is not here because you will get that if you buy the 15 million castle there. That's linked to that. Just going over them. The Nomad we have. Oh, it tells you which ones we have. That's interesting. A bunch of Aston Martins, normal Aston Martins. You also have the James Bond editions. A bunch of Audis. Not immediately see something missing. The Type D. The Bentleys were not available to buy in Forza Horizon 3. They are just here to buy for a pretty cheap price even. BMWs, a lot of them as well. Bugattis, the Forza Horizon 3 cars, and the Chiron is new this year. 2.4 million. Some Cadillacs, a bunch of Chevrolets, Camaro, ZR1s, 2 of them. Seems to be, in first look it seems to be complete there as well. A couple of Dodges, which are already one from the wheel spin or something. But as you can see, there is no Dodge Ram here. So the Dodge Ram is also one of those cars you get going through the campaign, and you probably want to save that. Because you cannot buy it, as you can see in the shop. Auto show or the dealers, whatever. Ferraris, California, I won. The 458, I won. So those Ferraris seems to be complete as well. Even the Testarossa and so are here just to buy for 10 million. Well, yeah, just 10 million. It is what it is, of course. But you have all the Fords here, except for. Yep, there is no RS200. So also the RS200 is a campaign car. You want to keep that. It's going to be worth money in the auction house later on. Couple of hundreds. So all of these cars that you win throughout the campaign is something you need to keep. Cheap. There is no Trailcat here. So also the Trailcat is one you want to keep. Lamborghinis. Yep, same story. There is no Hurricane here, so you want to keep that Hurricane. It's gonna be worth money afterwards. All these cars that you cannot buy in the auto show are cars that are gonna be worth a lot later on in the auction house. Especially if you can make it to Legendary Painter, if that still is a thing. It seems to be working with ranks now in the auction house. So that is sort of what I make of it at this moment in time. The Senna cost 1 million, by the way. We have some trucks as well. Mercedes, also a Volvo truck is in there, I believe. Not sure what else we are going to win through the campaign. I just started it, so. Listen, there is no Skyline R34. I already mentioned that before, I think. And yeah, the reason is you will get it somewhere in the campaign. You will get it. It's a keeper. It's gonna be a legendary rare car. That's what it's gonna be. Paganis, Zonda R. Porsches, same story. A bunch of Porsches available in the game to buy now and to drive, which was not the case in Forza Horizon 3. Some of them were linked to Forzaton and others could only get in a Porsche pack, which was the DLC. Now they are just in the game and there are even some new ones. The 911 GT1 Strassenversion, which basically means street version. And then this number 23 917-20. 1971. My god. The three-wheelers are back as well. Oh my god. The Clio RS, it also has a Forza edition. I'm not sure if you can see which cars have Forza edition. Maybe there's already a wiki out there. I kind of doubt it, but possibly. Some people are fast. The Cobra was the thing to get for drift in Forza Horizon 3, but now we have these drift cars. They are working pretty good. So a bunch of WRX STIs, Subaru Legacy. These two things. The Tiger Sunbeam and the Sunbeam Lotus are free. For some reason or another, you get them with the VIP pack or so. I have no idea. Or you get them for starting up the game. I don't know. They're just pop up in your garage suddenly. I have both of them. But it is a download, so it's linked to something. Toyotas, yeah. You have the Baya truck, the Hilux Arctic and the Land Cruiser Arctic. That's the only three you will see, because road cars will not show up. Toyota has pulled the license out of all racing games for the road cars, and so you will not see them show up, nor will you see Mitsubishi, because also they have pulled out. The Triumph T3RP is free. And then we have a bunch of Volkswagens as well. But now that I think of it, this Triumph thing here, this is Autopass or something. I saw that in my Microsoft store and I clicked on it and it says install, and it installed this Triumph and I thought a Koenigsegg Agera R. So I have to, but probably you have to download that thing to make it happen. Where is Koenigsegg? Koenigsegg Agera. Oh, here it is. The Agera RS. That is that's linked to the car pass. But the thing is, yeah, I probably have to download. Yeah, that's what I thought. To get these cars, you click on enter and you get like, okay, I want it free, but it doesn't work like that. You can't get to the car unless you download one of these liveries on it. So they're sort of forcing you on trying to download the livery on the car. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You can take it up probably afterwards. But now I have the livery on it, and now I can select the car. Do you want to choose this car? Yes, I want it, and then you pick it. That's sort of how you get the free cars, and that also goes for the DLC cars, James Bond and the Drift Pack. You have to do this one by one. And then you get like the known sound. So in that case, I have to go over them again. Were there others that set free? Yeah, the Triumph for sure, but because I also do not have the Triumph in my garage yet. Owned, it says. Ferraris, no. Fords, let's have a look. Nope. The Drift Pack, I already did that with the same as I did with that Koenigsegg. Owned, yeah, this is the Bond Pack. Also those. The Agera we just downloaded. That's also owned, so I'm guessing it's only gonna be the unless I missed one. Zonda, oh, Zonda was a Forza edition. Forza editions are not in the auto show, obviously. Owned. These strings are free as well. But I think I did not have to download them. I think they were already in the then we have the TVR and the rest was okay. So it's just a TVR, I think. Same story. Have to put a livery on it to be able to get it. This is for the car pass. I'm 100% sure. My goodness. We'll just go with the classic green lookout. And select it. Yes, I want to choose this car, and now it should be in my garage. I'm gonna check on the Sunbeam and that other thing. But I think I already have those, so I did not have to download those. So those you probably get for playing the game or so. Okay, now look in the garage. My cars. There you go. The Triumph is here. Let's see where the Koenigsegg is. Yep, Koenigsegg is also here. And then double check the other. Oh no. Oh my god. Also the other two there, the Sunbeam thing. They're not in my garage, so I have to download all of the two of those as well. Figuring it out as I'm recording. That's the only thing you can do. But somewhere at the end I do know that. Sunbeam in the and the other one is the Talbot, I think. There we go. These two here. Just want to choose it. Just a livery that you can always remove that and make your own livery, which I will start doing over time. And then we have this one. And I think then we're almost there. Then I downloaded all the cars that I need to download, and I have more choices here though. You can sort of scroll through these things here. And as you can see, there's even more room. So seems to me you're gonna have choice in lots of liveries. Not those 10, 15 or so that you could pick before. Let's pick this one, whatever, doesn't matter. Of course, if you have liveries in previous Forza game, you could in theory link them. I do say in theory because yesterday we tried it, the syncing does not work, so. Okay, I think we're almost there now. So if you go into the garage, you have the barn finds, which I found the Escort RS, the Jaguar XJ220 and the 50. And then there are apparently 12 more, which are not discovered or unknown at the moment. Some of them, of course, are linked to the seasons. There is a barn find in winter, which is on a frozen lake. You can only get there when the lake is frozen, only in winter season. So it will take a week or two before we can actually get to that one. And other than that, yeah, we have everything in here now, I think, which I need to have. How do you go to the James Bond pack and such? You find in the DLC cars. There are 20 cards available. Those are 10 from this and 7 from that. Okay, let's have a look. What are the other 4? So we have the Formula Drift. We have the James Bond pack. Oh yeah, and then we have the Agera, the Sunbeam Tiger, the Sunbeam Lotus, and the Triumph TR3B, which they come with the car pass. Those are car pass vehicles, which I think you will get every month too or so, something like that. So you just need to check that. And the same story. You can click on it, and then you can put the livery on it, and then you can download it. But we're not gonna do that now because, yeah, seeing I have the pack, I can also buy a new one of these. I don't need another one. That sort of is map-wise, but I thought there was also something. If you go to Horizon Live, you can sort of see where you are level-wise. Also, the car collector thing comes with a rank, but how high do these rank goes, I have no idea. But let's have a look. Horizon Live. I have to a message center, a wheel. Yeah, a message center is probably because we went to the Forza Hub. Yep. For visiting the Forza Hub, we get 100,000 bucks, which you also have to download. But that is, yeah, it's not a big deal. Just one download. We have another wheel spin. Let's do that thing. The single wheel spin, the super wheel spins, you get 3 things, but the problem with this, you can also win clothes, as you can see, and horns and dance emotes and that kind of stuff. Yeah, you're winning a lot of crap as well. Occasionally you also win some cars. Yeah, we'll collect it. But I guess, yeah, you don't have to pay for it. You can click on the season thing, and then it will tell you that there are certain things available only in this season. Then you can click on the map to see where they are. What is the stats? This is like the normal thing, but I'm checking somewhere. And then you can see who is playing. You can join the session there, Horizon Live. But what I'm looking for, I think it was on home somewhere. Ah yeah, this one. So if you click on that thing, then you get like a view of where you are in all of these different things. So in the road racing series, I am in level 5, which is almost halfway. Seems to be that there are like 12 levels or so. The dirt racing series, I'm level 7, which seems to be a lot of dirt racing series. Cross country is level 3, or is that halfway in level 3? That's also possible. Because yesterday I had in the dirt racing series, I had like that circle almost full. So I'm guessing that each level you have to fill up this thing, but how high do they go? I have no idea. So we have the street scene, we have the drift run, and we have the drag strip. The drift run is not even unlocked on my end, I think. Level 1 painter, level 1 tuner. So if you start painting and tuning and sharing, and you get some, like you had in Forza Horizon 3, the different legends, elite and legendary and all that, you're probably gonna get a rank now. The same goes for blueprint creator and photographer. Speed trap. Yeah, getting 3 stars on all those things. Car collector. Yeah, I don't know. Collect all the cars, you probably have a pretty high level 100 or whatever. Who knows? Explorer, that is like, yeah, finding boards, driving around, stuff like that. You will occasionally get XP for the explorer thing here. And then all kind of stuff which needs to happen in a team. You have team, games, adventure, anything goes. A racing team, so that's sort of like the online thing, I guess. Skills, and then playground, and then you have the Stunt Driver, which is sort of a job you have to do, which comes with 10 chapters, and also the world fastest business there comes with 10 chapters, and by the looks of it, there are 2 more here, which is the Drift Club and La Racer at Horizon or something. So this is something with drifting, this is something with racing, but they still are grayed out, so they still are unlocked. I'm not there yet, I guess. So that is sort of yeah, going over the menu. Now let's do one more. Why am I in this thing? Seriously. Cars, my cars. I need something else. Not gonna drive in that thing. Let's pick the Ferrari. Get in the car. Yes, deliver it. Deliver it to me. I'm back in front of the Horizon, which is positioned on the map, as you already could see in the demo. It is here, and it always is here. So there's no Horizon Festival site here or there or in the city or there up north in the forest. No, it's always here. But you can just by clicking X, you can fast travel there. At this moment for 8,400. You need to find those boards to get it at 0, and if you want to fast travel anywhere, you need to buy that 2 million house if you found it. Let's see if we can find that barnfind maybe to finish up this video, which was more or less a bit going through the menu before I start posting races and such. Other than that, I have GeForce optimized the game for me. I am running at the moment 103, 105, 108 FPS, something like that. Everything on Ultra. With an i5 processor and a GTX 1070. The i5 processor is occasionally a problem, especially if you are in loading where menus need to load and such. Then too much has to load, then slightly a problem. That's why probably the recommended is an i7. But for racing itself, for driving itself, as you can see, it's not a problem. Other than the fact that I can't drive, but was losing a lot of traction yesterday, so I put the traction control back on, but stability is up, and and also the driving line is just have the braking only at the high bump. Go through the river with a Ferrari. Hopefully we can. This is where the area starts. But yeah, it seems to be a forest area. What we're looking for is some sort of pink red barn. That's how the new barns look like. Like that one there is sort of more Forza Horizon 3 style. Sort of more of a red hangar thing that we are looking for now. Usually, yeah, it's somewhere. Sort of like here. You go up and then you have a little bit of a ditch, and then there you find it usually. But as you can see, I have no idea. I know there are people out there. I'm not sure how all that is possible, but they had pre-release and everything is out there. You can find the house locations, you can find the barn locations, you can see what is in that, but yeah, that totally ruins the experience of surprise. No matter if you have to drive around here for hours to find that one barn, it doesn't matter. It's the experience of exploration and finding it. If you have a goal to explore, then people will explore. It can be a lesson for some other gaming companies. Oh, that's too open. Never be there. Quickly check down here. Sort of driving around in a circle, but it can of course also be in the middle of the circle. And sometimes you're also a bit lucky, like yesterday. Oh, there it is. It's sort of red and green, and it's pretty hard to find sometimes, but we found it anyway.
How did you find another? Why am I asking?
Oh, and a good one.
Be there soon.
The B22B Subaru.
Will you have a look at that? Oh, one for me, finally. It's an Impreza 22B, an old rally gem. Only a small handful were imported into the UK, so this is a really rare find. Come on, let's get it fixed up.
Yeah, you restore that for me, dude, because I want that.
I'll get it back to the garage, shall I? Might even keep this one for myself.
Don't count on it, dude. So this was barnfind number 4 for me. I don't have any others on the map, so I can also not show you any others. We are doing this road here. 531 roads are on the map, and yeah, of course also these small things here, they count as a road. But even in deep mud. Not to show why they have these deep mud tracks. My guess is it's going to be like for the trucks or so. Very up. Ah. Can we buy this house? Why does this road lead to this house? I can't with some more speed. These walls normally are special. And I just saw a board there as well. If you have these roads and they end like this one that ends here. But I don't see a sale, so you cannot buy the house. But if they end like here, that road ends on this house, there's gotta be something there. Otherwise, why would there be a road? In this case, it was probably just an influence board. Forza Horizon 4. We are in. That also means we're playing it, we're recording it. More videos will come out. But this video was sort of like the beginning, going over a lot of the menu stuff mainly, not so much driving. And we finished up with finding a bar. I will see you guys in the next one, and bye for now.